this? June 1st, 2021. I'm making a video from this morning's trade in my small account. I am not giving anyone financial advice. I'm just a guy on the internet who trades stocks. Do not follow what I do. Follow your own program. However, if my trading style or information is any kind of way a help to you, use it as a reference. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving anyone financial advice. Again, I'm just a guy on the internet who loves trading stocks. So here we are this morning, 3 hours ago. Actually, before that, almost 4 hours ago. It was about approximately 7:30 in the morning. I went on here, on our group here in Penny Stock Snipers, and put in the watch list. I woke up this morning, did my scan, put everything in there. What I saw, I was watching AMC. If you know by now, first of all, I trade AMC, GameStop, and Coinbase dang near every day. So I don't always put them in the watch list because I trade them every day. And if you know by now, you know I do that. So that's just me telling you that why I don't put it in the watch list. Hold on, let me quit eating. However, this morning, I put it in the watch list. So here's the watch list this morning. I called out what I was looking at before I traded. Now, my videos is only for my small account. I never, ever, ever, and probably never will, make any kind of videos for my larger accounts because I don't want to look like I'm showing or showcasing assets. I want to put a video up for everyone to trade. People who have no money, people who have a little money, people who have a lot of money. So my trades are all scalable. You may see a trade, 100 shares, 30 shares, 50 shares, 15 shares, 1,000 shares, right? So I trade usually my large account from 1,000 to 10,000 shares. In a small account, it varies because a small account usually has about $1,000 in it. And I try to break it down to trade every day. So I may trade $500 or less every day. That way I can trade something every single day, right? In the cash account, if I trade today of my whole amount of money, it won't be available again for 2 days, right? If I trade smaller amounts, now I budget balance and trade half a day, I can trade $500 a day with $1,000 account. Make sense? I hope so. So I put it this morning while I was looking at. I trade every morning, right? I tell you what I see. I told you this morning as well, 2 hours from market open, maybe AMC cracks $35, so on and so forth, right? Here's my trades in my large account today. I show those now. I made all these trades today in the large account. There's all trades I made. You see here on CLDR at 9:49 a.m. Market opens 9:30. So in 19 minutes, this is what I traded, right? I show you I'm looking at in my watch list, trade these things here. I got faked out. I says here on the right on CLDR because I bought in. It made a move. I held too long. I sold at a exactly zero balance. This is crazy. All my trades in my large account, I buy market mostly and sell limit. Always, always, almost always. So there it is. Let's go to the small account now. Over here. Here's a watch list, of course, I have, right? I put in everything I'm looking at. I tell you what I see. I take down stuff from my RSA scan, my gap scans, right? My new highs, my crazy volume. I put them all in here. Now, we know by now, probably, that big-time traders, corporate traders, not retail traders like you and I, corporate traders are going to trade during the hours of market, 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., right? So what I do is usually is like top 4 or 5 stocks. I look for my share float, try to have it around 10 million shares ideally, but if it's 30 or 40, I'm kind of skeptical about it, but I like to have it around 10 million or less shares on my share float. Don't know what share float is? Go ahead and go to Google right quick or watch your old video I have. It tells you what share float is. Volume wise, I want at least 1 million shares being traded. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower, depending on what's going on. But I want to have 1 million or more because I'm gonna be able to get out of the stock real fast. Liquidity, my bad. I'm gonna be able to get in and out of the stock real fast. The longer you hold the stock, the more uncomfortable you may get, or the more you may see it changing, which gets you scared. You might want to get out of it, cut losses quickly, or sell too early. Happens a lot. Level 2 over here or right here, you'll see. Either way, Level 2 over here. Level 2 down here. Show you who buying, who's selling, at what prices. All these numbers here are in hundreds, right? So it's 300, 100, right? 900. Those are the hundreds. So you made 64 over here. Technically 6,400 shares or 8,000 shares. Those are hundreds, right? It's not tens. Always hundreds. So here, this big seller here buying at 207,000 shares. They're buying. So it should, on this buyer here, should run it up. Now you know by now, if you're buying a stock, you are buying to get in it, going long, or you're selling to get out of it. If you shorten this stock, you do reverse. You sell first to get in it, and you buy to get out of it. Open to close. So we're gonna say open position. If you're going long, you're buying to open position. You're selling to close position. If you're going short, you're selling to open position, and you're buying to sell position to close it. Make sense? If it doesn't, Google, look at my videos. Here we are. So back to my trade. This morning I saw OEG. Make sure I saw these stocks here making moves, right? CLDR, BB, OEG, right? Now the small account, I know I can't buy a whole bunch of shares. So I think I had like 380 this morning available to buy shares with. So I couldn't go buy 1,000 shares of a $4 stock. I ended up trading actually VTNR. Here we go. Let me find it. It's moving too fast. There we go. I traded this morning VTNR in my small account, right? Because I had 400 bucks. I knew I couldn't buy a lot of shares. So I bought 33 shares of VTNR right here at $9.79 on the first green candle as the market opened, right? So the market opened, I watched it move from red to green. See this red, green here in the gray? Make it larger. See the red, green here in the gray? Gray is pre-market. I'm not going to trade my stocks pre-market. I like to trade from 9:30 to 4 p.m. usually. Hopefully from 9:30 to 10 and call it a day. I saw this morning the stock opened pre-market. It was red, right? But it was up 30% at that point pre-market. So I knew people had their eyes on it. It was trading 51 million shares float, and it had somewhere around 11 million shares being traded. So I know everybody got their eyes on it. So I'm watching like you watching. I don't want to trade too early, so I watch. I saw a pull back here on the green candle. When I put in the group, I said to you guys, I said, listen, watching OEG, VTNR at the gate, meaning right when it opens up. I already traded at that point AMC, my large account. That video is not going to ever be posted on here, but it's in there. Here's the trade here on AMC, right? There it is, AMC, 101,000 bucks. So I say to you guys, watch at the gate. At gate opening, I saw this VTNR make this move. Again, I want to buy a red to green move. Green must be higher than the previous red, or a green to green move, meaning second green candle is higher. In this case, look here. If I bought it here, I would have bought it in the green to green move, meaning this candle here is bigger than the previous one. So I'd have bought it right about here somewhere. But I didn't. I traded it back here. So here we are. Red to green move. Gate open. It made a move upwards. It pulled back. We are in a 5-day, 5-minute channel, right? It made a move. I would have bought it particularly here at 996, right? See that line is drew? I would have bought it, generally speaking, here. However, the 1-minute chart tells me, let me go further back. 1-minute chart tells me, look at here, Joe. We have a move here on the 1-minute chart. Next green candle right here. I bought in right here at 979, which I got in kind of late. I bought in right about there, right? I should have bought in here, technically speaking. 1-minute chart, green to green move, right? Again, 1-minute chart is only for aggressive traders. Only for people who are aggressive and know what they're doing. So I bought in one right here on the green candle to make a new high. Green to green move, right? 1 minute established. It's kind of green. I bought in right here. Then I immediately went to 5-minute chart. Bam. 5-minute chart. It moved up. It made a bull run up. I got my this case, I ended up getting 7%. It made a bull move up. I watched it run. I got out of it at 1029. Right about here. Draw a line. Because it's showing weakness. See that little light line there? That's a spike, right? When the stock spikes and doesn't hold, it pulls back, which makes it a very small line right here. Looks like it's barely moving because it is. It's indecisive. So in my case, I saw it spike up. I watched it move. I hopped out on a spike at 10.29 to refill my 33 shares for 16.50. This is a 5-minute chart. It topped out up here at 10.50. Now I knew in my mind 10.50 is going to hit it and it's going to bounce off that. Because we know by now 50 cents marks is second biggest resistance. Big resistance points is $1 marks. If you know by now, you should know that half-dollar marks and $1 marks are the two biggest resistance points of any stock. Those are the biggest resistance points. I know this in my head because I do it so much. So my thought was, okay, Joe, get 10%. In this case, in 9.79, 10% would have been almost a whole $4. I knew for a fact it wasn't going up a $4. So my thought was get as much as I can. So I saw 10.50 hitting, getting to that point. It hit 10.25. It kept banging it, banging it, banging it. It blew through it. I hopped out at 10.29. It's right here, this line. If you look here at the 1-minute chart, you'll see on that same exact move, I bought in right here. There go a green move. I still held it. Another green move. I still held it. Next candle was green. It popped up. I hopped out of it because I saw it wasn't holding its support or resistance points. It popped up. I got out of it 10.29 and then it pulled back and I was out done for the day with a small account. Now, in my small accounts, I only make one trade usually, right? I don't want to make 2-3 trades in my small account because that's that. It's a small account. If you're a new trader, you can't trade 3 and 4 or 5 trades a day. I know this. So in this small account, only has $1,000 or more in it. I know for a fact I have to do bankroll management, make one trade a day. That way I can trade every day. I don't want to miss a day. A stock comes available and it goes parabolic and I can't trade it because I wasn't doing proper bankroll management. Therefore, I make one trade a day. That way I can trade 5 days a week. So I made this trade, the 1-minute chart. I bought in right here. I hopped out to the 5-minute chart, watched it move up, saw it getting weakness, right? It spiked up, it was holding, it spiked up, hopped out of it, on to the next stock. So here we are. Always keep your update list over here. So when I see my scanners are moving continuously, if something's not on my list, I'll always go into my edit, as you know by now, and I'll add every single stock I see from this one all the way down to here, and then from here all the way down to my PRTK to make sure my stock list is always up to date. You never know what's gonna move on what day or what time frame or what second. So always be prepared to see what may move, because we know by now as well is stocks move in ways. Again, I'm just a guy trading on the internet, like to show people how I trade in the attempt to help someone else out trade their stocks. They may or may not see something that helps them, and if they do, great. If they don't, great as well. Do not follow what I do. Do your own due diligence. There's always something to do better or can be done differently, so follow that, what helps you. I know I don't lose often. If I lose a trade, I might lose one trade out of maybe 1,000, not even exaggerating. And because of that, I either been greedy, I didn't follow my research, or maybe didn't trust the process. We oftentimes lose comfort zones or become greedy, and we lose a trade because we being greedy. And if I do lose, I cut my losses 10% or less. I don't want to hold something too long saying it may come back up. It may come back up. It just may do that. Or it may not. And if it doesn't, you stuck holding it back. In my case, I don't like holding Birkin bags, right? Because those are very expensive, and I might lose my anus doing that. With that being said, quick trade, small account for a quick 7%. One trade away. I hope this helps. Stay green. Holla.